Hi everyone, my name is Laszlo Bliss. This is my YouTube channel, Bliss Thoughts, focus on technology, the potential and impact. Today I'm going to be discussing what effects social media can be having on our lives in terms of the way we view things and the way we value things. So let's get straight into it. Can you imagine if we had social media back in the day during the Western or Victorian times? It'd be something like this.
You look absolutely astounding. I love what's going on. Please do like my comment on Facebook. Now you look better. You look much better than me. Why, thank you, sir. Please like my pictures. Really?
Honestly, that's what's happening right now. It's just all online. We're asking people to like our comments, like our pictures. We're looking for recognition. And this becomes even more apparent when you consider the fact that over 50% of people use some sort of social media platform globally right now. That's a big number. So it's of no surprise then that we would be influenced and affected by this. Some great examples in history that will give you some context to this. Mediaset, the Italian media broadcaster, was actually first introduced by former Italian president Silvio Berlusconi. Mediaset was very popular in Italy. Around 49 out of 50 people watched his program. This actually spearheaded a group of economists to find out what the hell is going on. Economists compared towns that had Mediaset to towns that did not have coverage just yet because it wasn't set up in their region. Found out that children who watched media were less civically minded and less cognitively sophisticated as well. These economists believed that Berlusconi's method of appealing to the kind of simple and the vulnerable crowd actually boosted his position in winning his poll and becoming president. Whether this was his ultimate method and he's a genius, we don't know. But either way, it should give us some context in terms of how easily influenced we are. Bearing that in mind, we now have that little device that follows you around, attached to your hand, always in your pocket, sleeping next to you in your bed. It is driving and pushing you buy the next products and to get the better, the later, the new, the shinier, the faster. The advertisement industries, they need this stuff to sell. And what a better way to do that than to portray it as the way to happiness. And this is what social media platforms are doing. And as you can see from Silvio Berlusconi's method before in terms of how easily influenced we can be, this can have an effect on us if we're seeing it on a daily basis, if it's pushed in our face. As Eric Kalman said, he who controls the media controls the mind. Scott Finch was very passionate about this actually in terms of the materialistic domain. And although his words were said before mobile phones and social media was a thing, they still resonate today in terms of what they say. So he said, once one is caught up in the material world, not one person in 10,000 finds the time to form literary taste, to examine the validity of philosophic concepts for himself, or to form what, for lack of better phrase, I might call the wise and tragic sense of life. How are you meant to understand the world, its people, empathy, all these key things that resonate to being, if the objects that you're consuming, the content that you're viewing is dedicated towards the materialistic domain? What values can you draw from that? And the proof is in the pudding. Have you seen the stuff that we're seeing online?
Twerk holding a chair. She can't twerk while in the air. She can't twerk holding a cat.
How about this?
I'm a 9-year-old. I ain't got no license, but I dropped 400 racks on this car, bitch. Y'all don't need.
And this?
How many years are there in a millennium?
In a what?
Millennium.
25.
Who invented the telephone?
I know this.
I know it too. Hold on. Thomas Jefferson.
I totally wasn't writing
that.
So that's Generation Z for you. All the power at our disposal, and we want to start doing shit like this. It doesn't set an example, especially when this content is so popular. It can be seen as the way forward, the way to live. It's cool, it's funny, and people are making loads of money from it, so why not also go down that route? And this is what I think is happening right now with social media. When we're discussing social media and the form of chasing this high-end life and looking for that recognition from others online, people who we don't even know, this is when the true distraction becomes apparent. Where my likes are coming from, who's read this, who's liked my picture, who's watched my video. This is what could be populating your brain. Where's the space for the deep, meaningful questions, the what if questions, where you wonder about where we come from, what you're doing. And these are all internal questions you need to ask yourself. There's another thing that becomes misconstrued online, and you haven't seen me trying to get my little boy outside so I can have some space to shoot this video in case he runs in. You haven't seen the long hours of editing, me trying to find the perfect clips and images, the B-roll. You don't see that, you just see the final product. A person is looking at this stuff and thinking, how the hell do they look like that? But they're not seeing the trials and tribulations behind the scene. They're not seeing the mentality. They're not seeing the struggles, the challenges to get that final video out, to get that body looking like that. You're not seeing that. You're just seeing the final product. And it can become disheartening to some people who are chasing that. I just feel like in the world that we're in right now and what's going on, we've got so much power that is available through these platforms. And I feel like it can be best used for other purposes, for raising awareness or influencing change, not just flashing your Rolex. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to bringing some more content out. You know what to do, right? If you liked what you heard and you resonate with what I'm saying, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you get the little ding when my new video comes out. And if you have any questions, any comments, leave a little note below. And yeah, I'll bring some more stuff to you out shortly. Take care, stay safe.